Rita Segarra, all the psychics of Esoteric NYC. And we're live here tonight with Santa Muerte. We're waiting for Lori Bizzarro to join us.
She's having problems.
Okay, so she'll get here eventually, but let's start the night. Hello, everybody, and blessings of Santa Muerte to you all. And I'm happy to see everyone in the room. We have a special event planned tonight. Unfortunately, we are having a snow issue also here in New York as in the rest of the country. And who's ever watching, we are praying for all of the people getting hit with this blizzard. And especially in Texas is very devastated. Oklahoma, Kentucky, Ohio, many states are all overwhelmed. So we, of course, our prayers go out to everyone who's experiencing this terrible storm. So, welcome aboard. And tonight we're going to be talking about Santa Muerte and how the witches of Santa Muerte Coven here in New York all operate together. We have a small coven going. We practice Santa Muerte strictly from a pagan perspective. So when you hear us speak here, we use some of her general ritual things such as tobacco, water, tequila, coffee, beer, wine, candy, chocolate, hot chocolate, chilies. I mean, there's all kinds of different offerings. Cornbread. She loves tortillas, beans, rice, apples, countless. Hello, beautiful Lori Bizzarro is in the room.
As always,
Welcome,
getting
darling.
in.
We have hot chicks on today.
So this is the coven
all
of the witches' coven of Santa Muerte here together tonight. We're a small group, but we manifest. And so tonight we're going to do something very unusual for us that we haven't done before. After any of our events, as you all know, even on the Enchanted Cafe, we always read cards. Tonight we have a different suggestion. You can, at the end of the event, come on possibly and state your question, and you can ask for one card, or you can request us to make a petition for you to Santa Muerte tonight once we open up the gate with the meditation. So, that being said, I want you to all think about it. Do you want a card? Or do you want to make a petition? And you may do it silently, openly, speak it out loud, text it, come on live. It's entirely up to you. But we would then like to see, as we were discussing earlier, right, girls? We want to see who gets their petitions granted. We'd like you to put up a notice and say, Santa Muerte granted my petition when I went on Esoteric New York City, the witching hour, because we want to keep a track and a record of how these events are actually, there's magic events that we hold, like the Hecate and Ganesha and Aphrodite, and we want to know, how are these events manifesting? Are they materializing for you? So that should be a fun option. So now I'm going to give the floor first to, of course, the beautiful Rita Segarra, the Queen of Lenormand. And she's going to speak about some of the benevolent aspects of Santa Muerte. And then, of course, it will turn over to Aphrodite. And then through Lori Bizzarro of the Temple of Hecate of New York. Then it will come back to myself, and we will begin the open meditation. And if you notice, I have a big cigar tonight.
Boy, but have a field
Santa Muerte loves her cigars. So, Rita, tell us why you love Santa Muerte. What does she do for you?
Santa Muerte is, and I don't want to sound flip, at my beck and call. She always answers my prayers. I have a working relationship with her. I think it's important that you have a working relationship with her and not just go to her when you need a favor from her. It's the same with any relationship. That the only time she calls you is when she's in trouble. So to me, having an altar and giving her offerings, and just even if you just pass by the altar and you say hello, you have to keep that altar energized, charged. If people have asked me, what if I don't want to work with Santa Muerte anymore? What if I just I'm a Christian now and I don't want to work with Santa Muerte anymore. If you cut the tie, she will as well. You just stop venerating her, and eventually the
And Vita, may I ask you, in your opinion, so let's say we do that. Let's say someone decides to cut the
buy
tie.
her gifts, buy her
Or
little offering.
what happens if they change their mind 6 months
It takes
later?
it's like you
Do you
have a
think they can
friend.
return to her?
Say that again.
If someone leaves and then wants to come back in 6 months, do
That's
you think
fine.
that they can return to her?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Santa Muerte doesn't judge. She doesn't hold grudges or anything like that. She's not like us. She's very benevolent. She wants you to ask her for what you need. So if for whatever reason you don't want a relationship with her anymore, you found a different deity that you like better, whatever the case may be, all you have to do is stop. So there's no fear in that she'll always be there, or she'll make you have people think that she'll cause you harm, and all those are not true. you know I've only experienced good things with her. I ask her for things and I get them. Sometimes I don't get them right away. It depends on what I want. Some things you can't have right away. They do take time. Things need to develop and grow, and like some people want relationships. You're not going to get your soulmate the next day. These are things that you need to wait for, and they come at the right time, and you get the right person. Sometimes it's somebody that you would never think that you would even be interested in. So keep that in mind. So I truly and sincerely believe in Santa Muerte. She is kind, she's generous, and she doesn't deny anyone. She is there for everyone. Some saints are only if you're Catholic, or some saints are only if you're Jewish or you have an affiliation. She's for everyone.
Mm-hmm. And the
I,
Aphrodite, tell us about
mhm.
your relationship with Santa Muerte. Why do you go to her so often?
Well, I was having problems when I went to Santa Muerte, and then I went to Mama, and she taught me everything about Santa Muerte. I was having problems with a difficult marriage. So I would ask for advice how to handle that situation, and always she protected me and took me out of that relationship with like in a day. As soon as I asked her, she took care of it. And I also would ask her to give me strength and courage not to go after the person. And she hears you. And what I love about her is true, like Rita said, she doesn't judge. She doesn't judge. She hears you. She's like your bone, your mother that you could come and have a nice conversation. It's like she's with me when I laugh. She's with me when I cry. She's with me when I'm happy, I have a drink with her and we talk. And also I noticed that if I'm a devotee of hers, I get clients that are also devotees to her. So I get attracted to people who are devotees to Santa Muerte, or anyone that wants to know about Santa Muerte. It's like they drawn to me because I know about her and I teach others about her, and it's like you drawn to her. And then also another good sign that I see for myself too is that when I get clients and they get their feedback from me and their requests on magic work that I've done for them, they always gifting me Santa Muerte. And all I be telling them is Spread out how your wishes got granted, that it was Santa Muerte. Just pass around like how good and trusting she is, and she listens. And also, I also learning about, the statue. Each statue has a different meaning. Each statue
Oh,
has
do
different
tell. Tell
colors.
us.
So, like example, black. Black Santa Muerte is for protection and invoking against, fighting against enemies and negativity. Green is also for mostly for legal problems on Santa Muerte. Gold is for wealth, prosperity, and success and career. Right? I have all of them there, all colors. Blue is for students, for wisdom, for learning, for acknowledge. The bone color is for harmony, peace, and success, to be stable in your life. Amber. Amber is for addiction. You would think it would be for money or love, but amber is for addiction and for your health. Yellow is also for success, intelligent memory, prosperity. So while I'm invoking Santa Muerte today, my offering for her is going to be a yellow candle, sign of success and prosperity. Brown is for problems that you have with your mediumship, your psychic abilities, to help you open it up and unblock your paths. Silver is for gambling. Pink, romance, love. I love pink. I use pink a lot. Love,
You're a pink girl,
romance.
that's for sure.
Orange is for success, employment, when you're trying to find a job, and employment. And then purple is for healing and your witchcraft. Then we have the Santa Muerte with dollar signs, with money signs all over. So that's great for wealth and prosperity when you work. And also copper is another one for prosperity. So like every different colors, it matters because it does different kind of work. But sometimes you can get the rainbow Santa Muerte that it does any kind of work that you want. So
I use purple for road opener with Santa Muerte. As a
yeah.
matter of fact, my purple road opener candles always have the purple that has the road opener symbol on the front, and then it has the Santa Muerte on the back. I'm going to show you a red Santa Muerte I made for this tonight.
Beautiful.
Okay, this is with her symbol, and it's all hand carved and glittered. And tonight I have some different offerings on here, but now I'd like to ask the beautiful Hecate Queen of New York, Temple of Hecate, Lori Bizzarro. Why don't you tell me about your time with Santa Muerte? I'd love to hear it.
Hey, Mama, Daisy, Rita. Hello, everybody. Hello. Can you guys hear me okay?
We hear
Yes.
you beautifully.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm sorry. I always have some technological difficulty, but I am here. So it's good
You
to be
came
with
on
everybody.
quick today.
Yeah, I actually really good.
Considering. Yes.
You're getting better.
I'm getting better. So, yeah, my experience with Santa Muerte is that be careful what you ask for because you'll get it. And I find her to be swift and without regard to the consequences of what you ask. So, I particularly, I'm a little edgy. I don't know if those of you who know that will probably laugh because they think that's an understatement. And I
think
like
so.
her. Yeah, I like her because she's very intense. I find that when I communicate with her, she communicate like with Hecate. I feel like I have a dialogue where I see her mouth moving, my mouth is moving. We're having an actual verbal conversation. But with Santa Muerte, I feel that the bone mother silently and psychically responds. So we're having a conversation, but it's a psychic conversation. She's very still and silent, but gives you a message. I find her composed. I find her to be a mother, despite the skeletal appearance. She's very motherly, and she does listen. I'm getting chills as I'm saying this. She does hear you. And I remember, Mama, you told me that once you have one Santa Muerte statue, you start to collect hundreds of them.
Please.
So,
yes, so true. Oh my God, that's so true.
The first
Never have
statue I
one.
have is the gold for abundance and prosperity. And she has the scales, and I'll actually put objects on the scales that I want her to weigh, whether it be an item of a lover or something
Someone's
else.
heart, a
Yeah.
knife next on the other scale.
Someone's heart. But then there's some very intense statues that come out of Mexico, and here's one right here. This is the La Pieta, but in the Santa Muerte rendition.
Beautiful.
I love that. That's actually very close to my heart, that statue. And it's also loaded. I don't know if people are aware of loaded statues that come from Mexico, but they do have underneath, and if I can gingerly pick this up, underneath they have rice and grain and other items, adding to
talisman and amulet.
Right. Talismans. So they make it so that it's more precious and more individualistic, and an automatic offering built into the statue. So these are, I love the intricate and interesting components of her that come from her native land of Mexico. I love the fact that she is a fairly new deity and a deity of the people, that she hears the word of the common man. She's not interested in kings and queens. She wants to hear what you have to say, you who struggle in your everyday business, and she has compassion. So that is why I have this altar that's building to her, if you can see, with many renditions of her, and many a lot of sugar skulls and whatever her heart fancies. I also find that she loves lilies, and I find that they bloom prolifically and they last forever on her altar, because they telling me they're her favorite. So that's my interaction with her and why I give her my daily devotion.
Wow, this is so beautiful tonight, because this is a coven. We call ourselves the Witches of Santa Muerte Coven. And we started out as the Daughters of Santa Muerte, and it since has turned into the Witches of Santa Muerte, because we also feel that we like leaving it open to having male and female people who want to worship Santa Muerte. And there is no specific initiation rite into this. It's just a very pagan concept of honoring something that's as ancient and was born with time. When time was born, Santa Muerte was born. When creation first awoke and realized in the universe what it could do, Santa Muerte emerged at the same time. And the reason for this is, if creation was allowed just to create, and nothing ever died, then creation would have been just exploding and chaotic and crazy and have no system, no spiral. So in that spiral also death was born, because something needs to harvest everything of creation. Creation grows plants. Plants produce food. Food needs to be harvested. So she is a harvesting goddess. One of the other things I find very, very fascinating about Santa Muerte is she rules over one of the richest places on our planet. She rules over the cemetery. And not because of what's buried there, but because of the dreams left undone, the dreams of others left unharvested. When you pray to her, there might be a dream of someone out there that still needed to be fulfilled, and she will harvest it for you. She will bring it to light. She doesn't kill people. She's not going to kill anybody. Santa Muerte is more about harvesting what you're asking for. If you're asking her for a new career, she's going to use her scythe to harvest it for you. She will use her scythe to cut the strings that tie your life down. Cut the things out of your life that don't belong there, that's stopping you from your progression, which is why Lori said it so perfectly. Be careful what you ask for. If you're asking her for something, and she might have to remove something, not saying a lover or a life or anything like that, but she might have to remove you out of a situation to put you in the right one. And this is like any prayer to any deity will do that. It can do that, because when we're making a petition. We're stating, I want this. You want this? Well, here it is, but you have to have these things in place in order to have it. And that means you have to let go of alcohol in order to be a driver. You have to let go of drugs if you want to get a job that requires drug testing. So there are things she'll cut out of your life that aren't necessarily good, but she'll assist you. And that's just one of a millionth of an idea of what could possibly be removed from your life. But people also fear. I've heard stories of, oh, if she gives you what she's going to take someone up. She cannot take anyone before their date. We all are born with a date. You know, it's like when we're born, breaths on this earth. And when that last breath has come to pass, there's nothing any of us can do to stop it because we're going to die.
That's right.
This is natural. This is.
Where's Mama?
Mama disappeared for a second. Maybe the connection because of the snow.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
Okay. Rita, you want to say something? Okay. Also, there's certain days that you pray to her. Like on Sunday, you pray to White Santa Muerte, right? Because you know there's the three colors: white, black, and red. So on Monday, you can pray to Black Santa Muerte, right? And then Wednesday, you could do all three. So there are special days that you pray to certain colors of Santa Muerte. That's a little FYI.
What's a good day for love?
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Well, Friday is always good for love.
Venus.
Yeah.
Friday's Venus. Friday's
I
Venus.
I think those days are universal. You know,
Okay.
the days of the week. But that's my, you know, and I pray to Santa Muerte on any day. I don't think she has days for specific requests. I just go to her and say, hey, what's up? You know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's like you don't have to make an appointment with her.
No.
Right.
You just approach her and you light a candle, give her a glass of water or whatever. I have a chair at her altar that I haven't moved that chair, and I just sit there and we just bullshit, you know.
I love the skull theme that comes from honoring her, because every item that I pick up with a skull, like I see them now. Like, look at this one. It says it says Amor Eternal.
Yeah.
But then
those are those
inside,
cajitas.
Oh, how cute! Where did you get that?
I got this at an event. It was a Day of the Dead event in the village with Monique and Victoria. And they had an outdoor festival celebrating the Day of the Dead. Yeah, but this is the cutest, and I felt it was so appropriate for her. And I love
like
how
me. It's like me. I would have picked that up with 1, 2, 3.
I know you would have. That's totally you. But like all these beautiful items, and I feel like I love to adorn her with these beautiful things. Like I just, because she deserves them.
Yeah.
And she calls out for them as well. So, you know, all these little items and the sugar skulls that I find, you know, wherever I am, little owls. And
owls. I know. I like
owls. They're
I see owls
easier
everywhere.
and easier to find. That's the thing.
They are.
Like, it reminds me of like when you learn a new word and you never heard it before, and then you just start hearing it all over the place. Everybody's using that new word. It's the same thing with Santa Muerte. Everywhere I go, I see something related to her. You know?
It is, yeah. I mean, these beautiful skulls I got. I think.
What's that black one you have there? I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got this at like Michael's or something around Halloween.
Michael is the best to go on Halloween. Forget about
and then
it.
this is her sister. This is her sister. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to set my hair on fire. I don't have much. This is her sister here. I also got.
Yeah, that's great.
And more sugar skulls. The black sugar skull.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it grows. This kind of adoration of her grows. and the altars become more intricate, and it's such a visual experience that adds to the spiritual experience.
Hmm.
Yes.
Right.
I had one, and now I have a big, big altar of
Yeah.
her.
I know you
Oh
do.
my
I know you
God.
do.
I
I
have
have
them
You
on all
have. It's
sizes.
gorgeous.
When
It's
when
gorgeous.
That has
when
so
Rhea
many.
was showing her something like this, did she have one that looked like a Buddha, or was that my imagination? When
No,
she
she
was sitting
did.
there
The
like a
black one
Buddha?
she held up was
She
sitting. I
did.
think it was a
Yeah.
seated
Okay. I
Santa
said,
Muerte.
oh, yeah, yeah. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was so
So,
many.
Rita, you went to Mexico, and did you visit some of her shrines in Mexico?
You can't not visit them. They're all over the place.
Okay.
Wow.
And
Especially
how are
like
they?
some places that are more Americanized. You don't see that many, but
Right.
the Yucatan, places like that, Oaxaca, different Veracruz. Oh my God, that's like the witches' capital. They're in
Beautiful.
street corners, public shrines, people, and nobody touches anything. One of them was magnificent, and it was just in the street. People give her jewelry, gold, and
Yeah.
nobody touches anything. You know,
Well,
and yeah, I
you and
did.
I
And
visited.
the first Santa Muerte, I went to, I think it was Merida. I was at the market, and they had a painting, and it just called to me. I'm like, I didn't know what it was. I thought it might have something to do with the justice card because she had scales. So I
All right.
bought it,
Yeah.
not knowing what it was. And then I found out later that it was a painting from the 1920s of Santa Muerte, but
Beautiful.
they're all over. You can't not help seeing them, you know.
Hi,
Hi
how are
there.
you? We have a guest. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Someone asked me if I wanted to join, and I received a notice. So, hi, ladies. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. What
Hi.
is your name?
I'm Gretchen. I'm
Hi,
in my
Hi, Gretchen.
Gretchen.
childhood bedroom, but I do have a nice little altar set up beside me that's out of range.
Very nice.
Everyone's
Very
all
nice.
beautiful.
Do you have a question or a petition tonight for the goddess?
Yeah, both, if that's okay. I
Sure.
was wondering if someone could. I don't know too much about Santa Muerte, so I was wondering if someone could speak on her background, maybe a legend she has, or something we should know about her that you'd like to share.
Santa Muerte is actually an Aztec deity. She's not a goddess. She's not a saint, even though they call her Santa Muerte. Saints are usually people that lived and did something miraculous and then they become canonized and they're saints. She's more or less, I would say, like a folk saint in Mexico. And she originated as Mixtecacihuatl. It's an Aztec, uh, she was the Aztec goddess of the underground. And then through the ages, she just kind of evolved to what she is now. That's the short story, the short version. They also have other renditions of her in Argentina, in Spain. In Spain, she's called La Parca, which means the dry one. But I gravitated more towards the Mexican deity. I just love everything Mexican. I love the country, the food, the art, everything. I just love everything about it, and Santa Muerte is part of that. And as we mentioned earlier, Santa Muerte does not really judge. Whatever petition, whatever prayer you might have, she's going to grant it. It's not that she's immoral or anything. She just doesn't judge. Some deities that you pray to, like let's say you want to have a child. Oh, you're not married. I can't do that for you. Santa Martha, you want a child, all right? You got a child. It's like that. She doesn't have any limits to what she can do for you. The only limit that's there would be your own belief, whether or not she could do it for you. So I hope that helps you. But I think if you pray to her and start a small altar and ask that she come into your life and get to know you better, she will. She'll come to you in dreams. She'll come to you in literature. Every day, more and more, you'll just get to know her better. Just start off with a small altar, and you'll see the difference in your life.
Do you have a question for us?
Can you, so when you say petition, do you mean a request for her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you said you had both.
An
Do you have
intention.
a question? And do you have a question for us to divine through the cards that we're reading tonight, and also while we're honoring Santa Muerte, or do you also have a petition for her, a request for her to either change or assist something?
Yeah, thank you. With my career, I'm at kind of a tipping point, and I'm hoping it moves into the right direction that expands my career in a really big way. So I'm looking for assistance in expansion and abundance in career.
Oh, we're evoking that tonight.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
As far as the petition goes, what Ria had in mind was that you would type it up and let us know what it is that you want, and then we would take it upon ourselves to ask Santa Muerte on your behalf. So it's going to be like a group petition for all of you that want to participate.
Lovely.
Okay. And I think, I'm not sure because Ria's not here, but we were kicking this idea around. If you didn't want to share it with us, maybe you could write it down somewhere and do your own, but it would still carry our energy for your intention. So we'll wait for Ria to get back and see what she wants to do, you know?
I'm not sure that's happening. So she's been disappeared for a little while now. So
Okay. I wonder what happened.
So,
Well,
I know.
just
So why don't
just in case we'll have to invoke.
Now, Daisy, I don't know if you want to, at your altar, honor the petitions. I could do it here as well.
Yeah,
You
and I wrote my own too.
Okay.
Uh-oh. You can hear me?
I
Everybody's
can hear you
freezing.
fine.
Okay, it
I
sounds
know.
less staticky. Yeah, I wrote my own invocation for her. So I guess we were supposed to do one each.
Well, you
So
know what? I think that
I'm
if
calling in.
Mama's
I'm
going-
calling in gold. I'm calling in a golden mother,
Okay.
the golden one for prosperity. Everything.
Why don't we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do that now?
Should we give Mama a few minutes to start, or how we start this?
Have we received
Let me
any
text her.
feedback from the
Because-
webmaster?
Yeah, text her
I
because
just- Right.
I'll invoke and they could see my statue, my altar, for they could concentrate and visualize it. Let's see what's going on. Uh-oh, you two's froze.
I'm here. No, I just went to text Mama, which I believe Rita's doing the same. We apologize to everyone viewing this tonight for the technological issues, but we'll proceed. Daisy, I think you need to do the invocation for prosperity. And we'd ask
Okay.
anyone in the audience that has a petition for prosperity or abundance.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it on my altar for you could
Okay.
visualize it and look at that. So let me know when you can see it good.
Okay.
Okay. Is it close enough? Is it?
No, a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Okay,
That
so
is
let
a
me
gorgeous altar.
let me light this up. Well done.
Absolutely.
The blue candle is for healing and compassion. The red candle is for love. The green candle is for abundance. And this yellow candle is my offering to her.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Everyone in the viewing audience, if you'd like, you can burn your own candle, offer some incense to her, even if you do not have a representation of her. And now's the time to do that if you'd like. Okay. Davina.
Okay, I'm gonna start, okay?
Yes.
Okay. You can hear me well?
Yeah.
Very good. Excellent.
Okay. Santísima Muerte, my golden mother, I kneel before your feet, seeking your blessing for everyone. Bless our homes, our work, our business, our love life, and protect us. Santísimas, with your favorite color, golden like amber, sign of success and abundance. Grant us our loved ones prosperity, protection, and our love life. Our debts be paid in full. Our life be blessed with full of peace, harmony, and prosperity and love. For all you have done for us, all you have done for us, it will and shall be. My golden bone mother, I offer you this yellow candle that I have there. That let me light it up. Oh, what is not lighting? So I have to light it up. Something. I'll light it up again. It has something. But okay, as a sign of my love and my devotion to you, I love you. I thank you for everything you have done for us. My beautiful bone mother, I ask for this. Bring us all compassion. You are my heart. You are my soul. You are my love. Hear me as my lips, my voice is a siren to your ears and heart. Thank you, my beautiful bone mother.
Hail Santa
Right
Muerte.
there.
All
Hail
Hail
hail.
Santa
Muerte.
Muerte. Do you want to do one, Rita? Who's next?
I'm not set
I
up.
I can do one.
Okay.
I'll petition Santa Muerte for love for everyone in the room. I'd like everyone to visualize their lover and think about, if you don't have a lover, someone that you would like to be with. Think about what they look like, who they are, how they treat you, what you would like in a relationship. Contemplate the relationship and how the back and forth between you is. Think about what you'd like to fulfill in that relationship. I'll be using the Lover's Tarot card, and I'll place that behind Santa Muerte, the representation of Santa Muerte for love. Blessed Bone Mother, Santa Muerte, hear our plea. We ask you to bestow upon us a great love. Please have mercy upon us. Hear our cries at night and our joy upon finding that great love, the person who reciprocates who we are, our soulmate, our twin flame. We thank you for all that you have given us, the opportunities and the lessons. And we ask you, Great Mother, for that ultimate love. And we look upon your kind face and the knowing eyes, and we have faith that you shall find that person for us. But allow us to love ourselves in the meantime, to grow in who we are, and to achieve the self-assurance so that we may meet our mate together. Hail Santa Muerte.
Hail
Hail
Santa
Santa
Muerte.
Muerte.
Do we have anyone who'd like to come on, or anyone in, I can't see the chat room. Would someone like to see if there's any questions or petitions in the chat room?
Cinnamon, where are you?
Scott, if Scott is, he's our the Esoteric New York City owner with RIA, and he's our webmaster. Scott, do you have anyone who would like to come on?
Come on, Monique.
There might be technical difficulties.
Yes.
Can we see what people are saying in the chat room? I'm working from my phone.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you, Scott.
Okay.
We can hear you, Scott.
Cinnamon has a question. My petition
Okay.
is for money for the enormous debts, invoices for Fritz Boniface's emergency vet bills. We need that money brought forth now, please.
Would someone like to handle that petition?
Well, when I invoked her, I said those things on the invocation about debt free.
Okay. Well, we have to do this particular petition for Cinnamon, and I believe I will grab the world, and that will give her heart's desire.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Let me place this here behind Santa Muerte, the gold representation.
Okay. Let me see mine.
Santa Muerte, we ask, Mother, that you hear our petition on behalf of Cinnamon for Fritz, who is her pet. Fritz had a crisis that now requires large vet bills, and we ask, please, Mother, that you hear her plea for those bills to be satisfied and her pet to be well. We ask this of you, and we thank you for all that you've bestowed upon us. Thank you. Hail Santa Muerte.
Hail Santa Muerte.
Does anyone else have a petition? Don't be shy. I ask the Mother, I ask her for relief from this pandemic. I ask you, Santa Muerte, please, to intercede as much as you can. We know you are great and strong and wise. We know that you protect your people, and we ask you tonight to please assist those hurt or affected by the pandemic, those who are sick, those who are suffering economically. We ask you, Great Mother, and we see the compassion in your heart and your eyes, and we know that your hand reaches far. We thank you, and as we ask this petition, hail Santa Muerte.
Hail Santa Muerte.
Hail Santa Muerte.
In the meantime, is there anyone else who has a petition or a reading, a request? Do you like us to pull cards?
Maybe the chat isn't working either.
Yeah, that's okay.
That could be it too.
So Rita, we talked about the altars to Santa Muerte, and you and I visited one in New Orleans after we had a after we had a bit of a liquid lunch, and I think that added to the mystique of the whole experience. It's quite interesting. Rita and I, Mama. Oh, hey Annie, here's Annie. Hi Annie, how are you?
Not good. Hi.
What's the matter?
I asked Santa Muerte on Sunday to let my dog live.
Well, sometimes that happens. You know, you just had a loss, and I'm so sorry for the loss of your pet. I'm very sorry. And I think sometimes our emotions are so overwrought that we don't speak to us. But I'm sure she's there for you, Annie. I don't imagine that she would ignore you. I think sometimes it's just hard to hear her when emotional or we're not feeling ourselves.
Mama said I shouldn't have used the pentacle because it was my will, not hers. Because she gave me a big yes, she'd keep her alive.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I can only get this out here because it's really hard to find considering where I live. And I have a mirror.
Yes,
that's really nice.
Yeah, I don't feel that she neglected you. I feel that there are things that happen in life, and we need to accept them. And I'm so sorry for your grief and your loss. And I feel that now is the time for you to take a moment with yourself and with the gods and with Santa Muerte and talk to her and express yourself and reconnect with her. You know, you need comfort and solace now, and that would be a way to connect with her. I don't see her abandoning you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a petition for her to heal my heart and my dogs. One's sleeping outside, he won't come in, and the other one's hiding under the bed.
Okay, well, it's a tough time. They're grieving, you know, over the loss of your other dog. And they can sense that you're upset too. It's a very difficult moment.
Yeah.
Can you pull the card, Lori?
Sure, of course I can. Tell me, what would you like to know? What's your specific question?
I don't have one, I guess.
Well, you're feeling very sad right now, and very unsure. And would you like to know what the near future holds for you? What would be a good question for you? I'm shuffling the cards now.
General reading, I don't know.
Okay. All right. So tell me when. I'm going to shuffle the cards. You tell me when to pick a card.
Now.
Well, then you got strength. And I couldn't think of a more appropriate card for you right now. You know, you're feeling very sad and having a really bad moment, but the card is telling me that you have the strength to see yourself through this. You have so much behind you and within you. You have the ability to master the things in your life that are troubling you right now. I know you have the loss of your pet, and that is something that's out of your control, but anything else in your life is within your control. So your relationships with other people, any economic issues you have the strength and the wherewithal, and you can find that within yourself. You have mastery. But I also think the strength card tells us that when it's time to surrender, we must. So with with your beloved pet passing, you have to understand that it was their time and you did everything that you could do, and that they're in a place of peace right now. But I see this card, once that the grief ends for you, then you will be in a much better position, and you will be okay.
If I could just get a hug from a human being would be nice. They did leave me.
I know, Annie. We all are suffering from lack of.
They took her out of the car window, but then because I wasn't allowed in. But at the end, I insisted, and they had a room I could go in.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you were there at the end for your pet. It's really hard, especially during the pandemic. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to pull cards for Annie?
Well,
I'll pull something.
I got the same thing that you got, Laurie. Like, don't think that you didn't do everything that you could.
Okay,
You did.
I pulled
you
two
did.
cards.
Oh, which one is saying it? Me or you? Hello?
I think someone was talking at the same time. I think Rita was Rita talk? Rita?
I was talking.
Okay.
So who wants to go first?
It's okay, Daisy, you go.
So this is the card I got. So the advice from the dead, okay, it's telling you did everything that you could, but some things you can't force to keep alive when they have to be let go.
The
But it's
magician
saying,
says you can do anything you want, you can manifest whatever you want, but you need to go through this emotional time. This is a healing thing for you. You will get over it. And let yourself feel what you feel. I know it's hard, but let it all out. Cry, do what you need to do. It'll pass, and you'll be able to move forward and manifest, and you will be stronger for this, believe it or not. And you're not alone. You're never alone. Your beloved dog is going to still be around you. And you still have the other ones who are grieving as well. You need to take care of them as well. Don't forget, you're their mamas too. So I know how you feel. I know this is a hard time for you, but just know that it'll pass.
Thanks, Rita.
Daisy, were you finished with what you were saying?
And
Let me-
the Norman
I don't-
said
Right.
positive
Still talking.
change.
Yeah. Rita, can you hear us
How
okay?
many cards here? Yes.
Rita, can you hear us
I
okay?
can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear Daisy?
I hear Daisy. She sounds like she's having sex.
What?
I feel like groaning. I don't know.
What? No, I was
I don't hear
talking.
a voice.
Yeah,
I was
like,
talking. I was talking first, and then you went
Don't mind.
over it.
Don't
Yo.
mind.
It must be we're having technological issues, everyone.
Yeah. Mercury retrograde. It's a
This will
bad
be a
one.
show that will go down in history for sure. So-
Telling you. Let's pray to Santa Muerte for.
well, Annie, thank you for coming on.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Daisy, would you like to? No, I think Daisy still had some more to say.
Okay. Mine was almost with the same thing that both of my sisters were saying. Like, there's some things that you can control, but there's some things that you.
I don't hear her.
Hello? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, and Rita, it's okay. Annie and I can hear Daisy, so she's in the middle of giving Annie her reading.
Oh,
The
okay,
third
cool.
time. Okay, let me try. I'm trying to tell Annie for like third time. Okay. Like I was saying before, there's things that you can control in your life and there's things that you can't. But this specific time, I know you want it with all your heart about your pet, and I'm sorry for your loss, but it's something that you couldn't do, and you cannot blame anyone else for it. And also this is gonna, you have the strength to cope with this. It's gonna make you stronger, and your pet is always gonna be with you. He is always gonna be with you and never leave your side. But it was a time for him. It was a time for him to let go. It was time for him to go. So this experience is gonna make you stronger, and you're not going to be alone, and you're going to know how to handle it, but you will overcome this. You will overcome this.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Annie. Thank you for coming on. Do we have any other guests who would like to come on?
Dee Wang said something. You see, that the strength card can be that your pet knows you love her.
Aw, yeah, that's very sweet and true.
Mm-hmm.
And true. So while we're waiting for the next guest to come on, Rita, we had been talking about the New Orleans shrine, which was really fascinating. It's quite large. It abuts the front of a building in New Orleans. It's on the sidewalk, and it's like an immense, for the area, an immense structure.
Mm-hmm.
And how did it compare to the ones in Mexico that you saw?
Well, there were some in size that were as large or even larger, but
Very
that
nice.
one wasn't as ornate as some of the ones that I saw. In Mexico, you see very small shrines and huge, elaborate shrines. There's, like I said, not everywhere in Mexico. Some areas of Mexico are very Americanized, so you're not going to see them that much. But where the places like the Yucatan, especially Oaxaca, they're very ornate, very beautiful. People just come up to them. Some people actually, when they approach it, they come in their knees. They walk for miles sometimes on their knees. You know, I think that's a little bit much myself, but you know, that's how devoted some people are to Santa Muerte. You know,
I've seen the footage of that. They actually literally walk on their knees to her with bloody knees. They approach her. It's intense. It's an intense relationship that they build with her, and the sacrifice that they're willing to give to honor her is really incredible. It's quite incredible. Right. It's like the voyages, the I forget the term right now, but in India they also make long journeys to deities or temples.
Yeah. And the thing about oh my God, the thing about
Somebody's
uh,
trying to come through.
I've spoken
Yeah.
to some of the people in Mexico, and it's not about blind faith. That's the difference that I see with her, is that they, like, me, I'll just walk up to people, talk to anybody, and they've told me about things that she's done for them, stories. So all these people do these things, and they give her all these offerings, and they walk on their knees and whatever, have big elaborate parties for her, not from blind faith, but because they've seen results from her and they want to keep it coming. And a lot of people in Mexico are very poor. They don't have shoes,
Right.
but they pray to her and they get what they need, and they're very happy people. I
Right.
can't imagine living in that kind of poverty and being that happy. But I think Santa Muerte is part of that, So, and with my own experience, I venerate her because I have gotten results. I have gotten things from her and favors from her. So, if you believe, you'll get what you want, And I know that, like, we prayed for Cinnamon. I know she's going to get some money for the bills. I know she will, without a doubt. But
Daisy, Daisy, do you want to talk about your experience with Santa Muerte? How you built your altar?
Well, my first one was the rainbow. The rainbow Santa Muerte, because the way that was explained to me is that with the rainbow, you can invoke her in different various ways. Like, so I didn't have to have a specific one. So my relationship with her when I was working a lot, she always protected me from everything. Always. Like I used to use, then I got the black one, then I got the pink one, then I got the gold one, then I got I got all colors. I even have a real tall one that's hot pink that I
Oh,
use
really? Oh, that's an interesting one. That's an
Yeah.
interesting one.
Yeah, and I put
What?
I put a crown on
I
her.
can't hear.
She's
I put
saying
a-
she has a very tall pink Santa Muerte, but it's a large size.
Let me
Oh,
see if we can
pink,
see
really?
it.
Yeah, I want to see
Can you
that
see
because
her?
that's fascinating.
Can you see her?
Yes, I do. That's really a cool one. She's beautiful.
Yes, I
The
love her.
original Santa Muertes had flesh on her body, but a bony face.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
fascinating.
I'm looking for one of those statues.
So
I wanna get the one half.
we have a
Yes.
question from Misty.
Okay.
I would like cards, maybe to help with spiritual guidance blockages. I am new to learning about Santa Muerte, and she does not want to come on.
Okay. And she wants us to pull a card to reflect what she should do about the blockages in her life? Or would she like a petition to help overcome the blockages in her life?
She's just looking for a card reading.
Okay.
Cards.
So I'm going to shuffle and I'll pull a card for her. Okay. So I pulled, interestingly enough, High Priestess. And that is telling me that Misty is in control of her destiny. I mean, she's the High Priestess. The High Priestess does everything with grace. They may be in charge, but their voice is not loud. It's a voice of mastery with the feminine touch. She's removed from situations and looks at things with an introspective and a keen eye. So I would submit to you, Misty, that whatever you're going through and whatever your blockages are, you have the power and authority to remove them. And I would do them dispassionately. So if you're having an issue with a lover, a friend, with your career, and the people involved are creating a situation that's impassioned or negative, that I would remain removed from it, above it, rise above what's happening, and take control of the situation in a calm and collected manner, and remain the regal person that you are. Does anyone else have any cards? Did you ladies pull cards?
I didn't hear her question.
Scott?
You want me to start one or?
It was just a general question about like spiritual direction and blockages.
Oh, what do you have there, Daisy? That looks Davina, that looks beautiful.
Okay, I got the feminine. Since she's asking the question, the feminine card. Okay, the advice from the dead. It wants you to concentrate and focus on what you really want, because you can manifest it. So it's time for you to meditate and make sure you think twice before of anything that you're doing, and don't be afraid to ask for help or advice. But you have the power and the will to do it, but you just need to make sure that you're thinking on the right path of what you're doing. So concentrate on yourself more, listen to yourself, do some meditation, write down in a manifesting book of all the goals that you want to accomplish, and see what you accomplish, and make sure to write it like that it happened, that it's going to happen, that it's happened already. It'll try and clear your path, but just concentrate and focus on yourself and what you want of the outcome. That's the advice from the dead.
Rita, did you pull?
Rita?
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
Oh,
We're having some serious technological issues here.
it's me and Lori tonight. The two
Well,
blondes. The two blondes.
I believe we're running out of time. Scott, do you have a final question from someone or a petition from someone?
Can Scott bring Mama on like a question?
I will find out what happened to Mama later. I hope everything's okay.
No. Can she bring her on like to ask
I'm sure he's
question?
trying. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
sure he's
Yeah,
trying.
I'm trying to bring Lady Rhea on again. There's some kind of technical issue.
Yeah, Scott, what about you? Do you have a petition or a question?
Not tonight. I'm good. I'm too busy focused on the technical issues tonight.
He said, fix it. Fix it. Ask them somewhere to fix it.
And Misty said this all really resonates. Actually, thank you very much.
You're
Very
welcome.
good. I'm so glad. Is there anyone else that was Andrew? Would you have? I know Andrew's in the room. We can always count on Andrew. So
We
does
tried to
Andrew
bring
have?
him on, but it didn't work. Also, so
Okay. Does he
Oh,
have a question or petition that you can read for him?
he says
Type it.
Yes. Let me try to bring him on again. Andrew, you have a question? Yes, and we're not going to be able to bring him on, but
It's okay.
Maybe he could type in. We can see it.
yeah. Love, light, healing, strength, and protection from Santa Muerte.
Absolutely. Ask Andrew which statue is his preferred one. Does he like the red or the gold?
7. 7? What is that? I don't know what that means.
Andrew, no 7.
Hey, Andrew. Everybody's losing their mind tonight. One of those nights.
7 colors. Okay.
7 colors. Okay. Daisy, do you have the rainbow Santa Muerte on your altar?
And Lady Rhea's in the room, so she can actually type, but we can't see her, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it. I have it. If we can invoke it together, all three of us invoke it if you want.
That would be beautiful. Santa Muerte,
Muerte.
we ask that you hear the petition of Andrew, that you grant him love, light, healing, peace, and protection and prosperity. He is a grand and good person who is always there for others. Santa Muerte, we see your countenance of compassion, your eyes of knowledge and wisdom. And we ask on behalf of a really good person, that you grant him these things and give him the world. Thank you, Mother. Hail Santa Muerte.
Hail Santa Muerte. Hail Santa Muerte. Hail Santa Muerte.
Beautiful. We have another question from D.I. Wang. I have a
Okay.
question about my job. So I want to ask Santa Muerte what is going on.
Okay.
A lot of gossip. A lot of gossip. See.
Daisy, you want to start, or Rita? Which one?
Rita, you want to start? I'm still shuffling. Let's see.
I don't
Can
know if
she
Rita
hear?
can hear. No,
you
she
hear?
can't. She can't hear, Daisy. It's just you and I.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me finish. Okay. This came out.
What do you have there?
A lot of things is going on. Chaos. A lot of things
It
is
looks
going
like
on.
chaos.
There's chaos, right? So, advice. It's time for action. There's a lot of things going on. You really got to think smart and pay attention to detail and watch your back. It's going to clear. There's going to be opportunities available at work. So don't fear it. Everything, your outcome is going to be clear, but it's a little chaos there. There's a little gossiping going on, and it's like 3 people you got to watch your back on. But it's going to be clear and it's going to go on your favor. So, just think positive. Everything's going to go to your favor. Okay.
That's beautiful. That's interesting. And I think that the way he the card that I received is the way he should handle it. Temperance. And you need to, in the midst of the chaos, you need to be the voice of reason and calm. And you need to not take it personally. You need to come with compassion, come with balance. You need to add balance to the situation, balance yourself and your emotions. See things from the position of the people that are the actors, and do not engage in a chaotic way yourself. Does that answer your question?
And right away, you saw how busy the colors came. You could tell how
know,
chaotic it was. I love
card.
it.
The card is fascinating. That's a beautiful card. Scott, do we have any other questions for this evening, or are we going to wrap this up?
I have a deck, different Santa Muerte deck, like probably. Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, that's nice. I love this deck. This is new. You're welcome.
Maybe we should close out. Maybe we should close out, Daisy, by Divina, my lovely Divina, my sister.
No!
I'm used to calling her Daisy.
I started
she's, my sister.
I
So,
started it. Wait, I started it. You ended.
Okay, absolutely.
You are a high priestess.
Well, Mama's really the high priestess and the witch queen, but I'll fill in for now when she's having these technical difficulties, and I hope everything's okay. I'd like to thank you, Santa Muerte. We thank you with all of our hearts and souls. Beautiful Mother, your countenance displays your compassion and your love. Your omniscient eye is evident. We thank you for all that you've bestowed upon us, and we ask your guidance in those offerings that you desire. We shall give them to you. We thank you for your patience in our lives, the fumbling that we as humans engage and endeavor in. We ask for your continued support, and we thank you for hearing our petitions this evening, Bone Mother. We love you and we thank you. Hail Santa Muerte.
Hail Santa Muerte.
So tonight that completes our ritual and our request for petitions and readings. Please join Lady Rhea every Thursday at 8 p.m. for the witching hour. Next week, she'll have some really great guests as we continue this endeavor. And please check out esoteric.nyc for readings and contact Scott. All of us on the site are available for readings. And we do them through Zoom now, so you'll be able to see us and hear us and engage with us. And everyone have a lovely evening. Thank you so much.
Okay, I also want to say there's a message from Lady Rhea. She said that because of the technical difficulties, we're going to redo this next Thursday night. We're going to do another Santa Muerte evening.
Awesome.
So everyone, please join us, and you can get readings, and we'll do this again when there's no snowstorm, hopefully.
Yep,
Okay.
the snow is enough.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you,
evening.
everyone. Love you
Bye.
guys. Love you. Good night.